moving. So I couldn't ideally really have a job or really deal with a job, or it would have been very problematic because I would only been in that job for about 6 to 7 months. So I decided that I would use that time productively and try and make YouTube a thing. And this was around the time that Aftershock SMP was in its prevalency. And it's funny because this kind of nostalgic start, or this why I'm wanting to do a Minecraft Let's Play and that may become a Minecraft SMP, and etc., kind of began from the... Oh my god, that was a hole in the ground. Might as well get this call as we're here, but okay, fair enough. It's gonna go dark anyway, so we might as well explore this cave hole. But yeah, anyway, so this was around the same time that the Minecraft SMP, known as Aftershock SMP, that I was one of the admins of for a good couple of years, really came into its own in the respect we were running events, we were doing this, we were doing that, and it was healthy. And then through I can't actually remember, if I'm being completely honest. And those of you who will possibly be still around from those days. No, Skeleton, no, don't do this to me. Don't do this, man. We can be friends, bro. Basically, yeah, so I think it was just one of those things where people weren't exactly active, and there was a choice between whether we tried to rebuild the server or what. Or I seem to remember there being some like issue or something about, like, I don't know whether it was me specifically, I can't exactly remember, but I remember there being definitely an issue with I just have this feeling or this thought about, people believing or thinking that I was, or other admins were abusing their admin powers, right? Now, I don't genuinely remember if that was the case, so it's possible, but yeah, I genuinely don't remember. But yeah, anyway, so that's the my background there, and for a larger project that I am looking to do on my main channel or on my like business channel, in the respect to where I actually do the majority of my content and where most of my efforts are actually going to be placed, for those who are interested in seeing more from me as well. It's where I run my weekly podcast. It's where I run my all of my video content. It's where I basically everything related to my video production company, it goes up on there. So I'll link that one in the description down below. But yeah, so I was going through for a project for that's a bit more of a longer term project that is a kind of, I think, going to be an interesting project. I won't spoil all of it, but it's going to be a way for me to tell my story up till this point with video production, and really use some of those very older videos and even some of the even older videos on my gaming channel, to my old gaming channel, that is, to really tell that story and help me tell that story. So it's going to really tell the story of from me as, I think, probably age 14, maybe less, like 12-ish, all the way up to present day me and what I'm doing now, and even possibly even this series and the thoughts around this series as well. So yeah, I mean, that's what I've been doing, and then I'm through that process and doing research for that project, I stumbled upon and started to watch some of my older Aftershock content, which in turn went hand in hand with me kind of being nostalgic in the respect to necessarily wanting to actually create some more Minecraft content / actually play Minecraft in general. So it started off with playing Minecraft. As you saw, I had a single world that I was playing on that will probably now get abandoned, as I don't like the idea of playing in two worlds in that respect. And if I'm going to do a YouTube series, which I've decided I'm going to do now, then I want to ensure that I only really play on that world. So it's not necessarily that we'll do an episode every time in this world, but it might be me just giving you an update, because I don't think that doing cave spelunking can be interesting, but not necessarily just strip mining. It's going to necessarily be interesting, but I think this series is going to be an interesting thing. As I say, I like the name of Minecraft and Chill. I think that's going to be pretty interesting, pretty cool. But yeah, I think that overall the situation that we'll end up actually being in and end up actually having is going to really. Let me just get rid of OBS. The reason why I don't have OBS open is because normally it would be on this monitor over here, and because I'm doing face cam, I don't necessarily want to seem as if I'm less interested in the game or what I'm talking about. So at least when I'm looking below the webcam, I'm looking at the game and kind of focusing on that. But yeah, apologies if I also jump around quite a bit in the respect to the game and then what I'm talking about and the kind of other topics I want to cover. But for me, it was kind of this interesting in the last couple of days. And I was talking to some friends. I was like, I really, really want to create Minecraft content again. I really, really want to create gaming content again. And I don't necessarily see it as necessarily a bad thing because, as I said very, very early on, a little bit earlier in this episode, or this session, should I say, of the Let's Play, that for me it was something which I kind of piqued my interest again, and so that was definitely good, and I think that's definitely going to be something which I'm going to hopefully continue to have. And what I said to myself was, if you have it still in the next couple of days, or you find yourself with like an hour or two to spare, but you specifically maybe in a situation where it's not really worth you specifically looking at doing many work edits in that respect, so because normally the work edits take a lot longer, and or I need to be in the right mindset to do so. Let's not jump down this hole right now, but we will explore that in good time, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, so that's just to give some context on how this series has come about, and I will post this episode or these episodes to a couple of my old gaming friends, the ones I'm still connected to, and if any of those are actually watching this, thank you for coming over, and I would love to hear what your thoughts are on my thoughts around the series. 1, 2, what you would like to see me do, what kind of things you would like to see me do, and as I said, I think that by no means is it going to necessarily be low effort videos, but for me, I need to ensure that editing time is kept to as much of a minimum as possible, because I think that for me, overall, there's a slime somewhere nearby, but for me in this series anyway, and it may develop to where they are more edit heavy, but for me, at least in the starting episodes, I think it's going to be more about me and my personality, and me coming across from a commentary perspective as I play the game and as I document this world's progression. But I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see what we can do with this episode, with these set of episodes, and what I actually enjoy doing as well. And I think, as I say, it will give me a medium to still be creating. One, there is a mob I hear somewhere, but to give me a medium to still be creating. 2, kind of fine-tuning the way I come over on camera, the things I talk about, etc. And in that respect, but also in that respect, make sure that I don't work all the time or as much as well. Which is, where is this slime? My God, it's so loud. But yeah, I think for me that's going to be very important. I think that's, like I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about that. I think it's above me, I want to say. I'm trying to find this slime. But where you at, bro? I have no idea where he is. But yeah, as I say, I mean, for me, it's going to be a series which, or this channel and the content that I put on it is going to be, as I say, me kind of just documenting me playing through the games that I enjoy playing through, and possibly they will get traction, possibly they won't. But for me, it's always been more about specifically enjoying that content creation process overall, and ensuring that there is that I'm having fun with it, and that is the the be all and end all. By no means does that mean I want to get like 3 views or 4 views forever. No, of course not. And there will be things I will be doing, hopefully, to allow me to specifically develop the channel growth in that respect. And I think it's not necessarily a bad thing for me to look at it from another job perspective. But I think that part of my concern has always been that I sometimes stretch myself too thin in the respect to, of course, all the time that I spend doing or pursuing or filming or editing or creating this kind of content is time away from the content which I could be producing for my main channel. So just keep that in mind, and that there will be, and I think that's why there may be some consistency questions, especially moving forward in the future with a series like this, as well. But I think that, as I say, it would be good for me to kind of be in a situation where I can kind of use this to relax a little bit, and also be in a situation where I can still have a very different creative outlet as well. And also something I talked about on a couple of podcasts that are out and will be coming out, those that who may have not seen them, is about future-proofing, and is about future-proofing my sources of income as well, because I think that it's really, really important to have multiple sources of income from things you do, and always having kind of quote-unquote more side hustles. This rain is so loud. Let me just go in here, turn weather all the way down, because I don't mind it raining. Well, I mean, I do, of course, but I don't mind specifically it actually raining. Where was that cave? Aha, here we are. This was where I covered it up. So it's daytime. So we've got, I think, an option here where I can do a little bit of exploration, and then in Minecraft in about, just want to see if this goes anywhere. Yeah, it looks like it does. Okay. So I'm debating on whether we should finish exploring this cave, which by the sound of it, should I say, goes down to lava, and that is indeed confirmed because there is some lava right here. And hey, lava, what's up, dude? It's just gonna block you off. Can you disappear, block? Thank you. And yeah, you're gonna just trying to get to the source block, but without putting myself on fire would be ideal. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a bit of blocking off action. There we go. Magic. Alright, there we go. Up, and then we will dig our way up and over here. There we go. And bash. Bish, bash, bosh. There we go. Alright, so lava's dealt with. So let's just, while we're waiting for that to disappear, let's get rid of all this cobble that we put in the way. But yeah, I hope in these first couple of episodes you can kind of understand specifically why and what I'm planning to do and why I'm planning to do it in that respect. And if you do enjoy the conversations or the kind of episodes or the entertainment value of these or not, then yeah, feel free to let me know. And I think it could be interesting to have kind of even if it's a smaller interaction with you guys, because obviously the audience will be a lot smaller. I think it's still going to be something that we can hopefully build in that respect as well. And also, just talking about YouTube, those who may be aspiring YouTubers or etc. By no means am I not that. I am definitely that. But from my experience across the years of doing YouTube and doing video creation and doing content and etc. like that, it's always a long game, right? A lot of what you need to do, and what I think that's very important for especially younger creators, and also younger creators as in their career length. There's nothing else up here. Okay, cool. And or there might be something behind that gravel, but I don't particularly care about it right now, to be honest. I want to go and explore in the rain. Yay. But yeah, as I was saying, so I think that a lot of smaller creators, as in or younger, should I say, creators in the overall field. I'm going to fall down this hole, I have a suspicion. So let me just put a couple of blocks there as well. Don't